Justify the title of Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Marks 10–12. Answer. The title of Conrad's famous novella Heart of Darkness is replete with literal meanings as well as symbolic connotations. Literally, the title refers to the dark continent of Africa, especially the region known as the Congo. It was Henry Morton Stanley who, having traveled through Africa, gave the name, the Dark Continent, to it. The word heart in the title actually means the innermost region of the Congo, which was still in the process of being explored in those days, the denizens still living primitive lives. There are other features of the novel too, justifying the title. One such feature is the many descriptions of the wild scenery of the almost impenetrable jungle and the suggestive pictures of the natives not fully visible to the white men sailing over the river Congo. At one point in the novel, Marlowe says that sailing up the river Congo is like traveling back to the earliest beginnings of the world. Marlowe also refers to the great silence of the impenetrable forests where the air was warm, thick, heavy and sluggish. The long stretches of the waterway run on into a mob of wooded islands. One could lose one's way on that river as one might lose one's way in a desert. The stillness prevailing there is not the stillness of peace but of a relentless force brooding over some mysterious purpose. A description of this kind of mysterious purpose certainly conveys to us the extremely gloomy and dull atmosphere of the Congo, perfectly justifying the title. Reading about the natives, we get an even stronger impression that we are in the midst of darkness. On one occasion, the natives, seeing Marlowe's steamer sailing up the river, launch an attack upon the intruders with countless spears. Marlowe on this occasion hears a muffled rattle, then a very loud cry, as of infinite desolation. This cry gives rise to a feeling of terror in the hearts of all the white men. The helmsman of the steamer is killed with a spear hurled at him by a native. But it is not the attack by the natives which creates the effects of darkness. It is actually the backwardness and ignorance of the natives which creates the effect. They don't have the least notion about why this steamer is sailing up the river. They have attacked the steamer merely because they have received instructions to do so from their supremo, Mr. Kurtz. It is Kurtz who sums up the whole essence of the natives. Instead of civilizing the natives, Kurtz himself falls prey to barbarism. He presides over their midnight dances which always end with unspeakable rites. He imagines himself as a deity and seeks to be appeased with human sacrifice. The horrifying spectacle of the dried human heads that mounted on the stakes under his window confirms his descent into the world of darkness. It is the conversion of Kurtz from a civilized and enlightened man into a superstitious and brutal individual which lends emphasis to the literal darkness of the Congo. In this sense, darkness means superstition and evil. The phrase, Heart of Darkness also stands for an exploration of the depths of Marlowe's own mind or soul. The human mind may also be regarded as a kind of dark continent, where exploration is even more difficult than the exploration of the Congo. The narrative by Marlowe is a journey into the own subconscious mind or into the subconscious mind of mankind. This subconscious mind is also the heart of darkness Conrad or Marlowe tries to explore. The novel certainly describes a physical journey, but at the same time, it is a psychological and mystical journey. In all the contexts, Marlowe narrates his conscious thought and attempts to probe this subconscious mind. The title, thus, is apt and appropriate, which is reinforced by the language and style in which Marlowe has presented the journey of Mr. Kurtz. This darkness is of the body, the soul, the mind, the subconscious and the morality, reinforced by the darkness, blackness and somberness of the language and style. Finished. Please subscribe to the channel for more updates of ready-made notes on English literature.